Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to another Music Mondays. I hope everyone is doing well this week, and this week I thought we'd go over a technique called bending. Bending is super important, I think you need to have a great understanding of it. It definitely elevates your playing. When you do it right, you sound amazing, and when you don't do it right, it doesn't sound that great. So I think it's a great technique to have mastered, and today I'm going to show you my approach to bending and what I do. Let's dive in. So bending is taking one note and moving it up to the next, or however far you want to go. So if I'm on the 12th fret, 2nd string here, and I go to want to bend to the 14th fret, I can do that with a bend. So the first step of the puzzle is go to a door that has a handle, obviously, and open the door. Really pay attention to what your wrist is doing. How is it opening the door? Because when I'm bending, I'm using my wrist. I'm not using my fingers. My fingers are more there to, just hold the string, if you will, and move them up. But what's the engine behind the whole thing is my wrist. My wrist is going to be the one pushing those strings up. You can see my wrist doing this little pop motion up, and that's what's bringing me, or gliding me, if you will, to the note that I'm desired to go to. So it really helps a lot. I remember that was one of the greatest takeaways I had when I was in high school learning guitar. My teacher showed me that, and before I was bending with my fingers, and he showed me how to bend with my wrist. It's a little bit difficult to get at the beginning, but once you get it, I guarantee you will never go back. It feels a lot more comfortable. You have more control over the notes, and I see people bend with their fingers, and to me it just doesn't sound as controlled. I think bending is one of the most important things a guitarist can learn, because you're going to be using it every day in everything you do. Every song you listen to, majority of them are going to have bends. So if you can bend with your wrist, you'll have more control, and I think it will help you greatly. So always bend with your wrist. And the next thing that I do when I'm bending is I always make sure I have support behind my bend. So I always have, like, if I can, my pointer finger and my middle finger right behind the next two strings, trying to disperse the workload. Because if I try to bend just with one finger, I can't do that. So I try and have as many soldiers helping out as possible to get the task done. So even when I'm doing something like this, I'll have even my middle finger just a fret behind on the next string, kind of helping get to that bend. Trying to, help, get to that note. And I found that having multiple fingers behind, if possible, definitely helps get to where you want to go as far as pitch. And it makes it smoother, and it makes it so that, majority of the time you're going to reach the note a little bit easier. So a little exercise I have to get to, bending and practice bending is, so say we are on the 12th fret, 2nd string. This is going to be our bend note. And we want to get to the 13th fret, 2nd string. So you play that note first, and then you're going to bend to that note. Really hone in on your ear, or with your ear, I'm sorry, on that note. How am I going to get there? And then play your note and bend to it. So you hear one, go to the next note and bend to that note. Like so. And then once you figure out, how much pressure or like strength you need to get to the note, then your muscle memory will kind of kick in. And that's, the case, now is I kind of, with everything I bend, I kind of have a clue of how much strength it's going to take. And then I use my ear to fine tune where, a little adjustments here and there. So the next step is, that's a half step bend. Once you get that, then you can move on to a whole step bend. A whole step is, 2 frets up from your bending pitch. So if we're on the 12th fret, a whole step would be on the 14th fret. So we play that note. We do the same exact exercise. Just like that. And then it's the same exact principles and techniques used to get to that as I did the 13th fret. I'm using my ear to fine tune, I'm listening, and then I'm bending up to that pitch. And then eventually my muscle memory kicks in, and it's like, oh, that's how much I need, and then, okay, I need to bring it down a little bit. So like, I'm too flat, still, just right. Now I could go over too, that's over. That's over, you know. But then, yeah, so there's all these little adjustments you can make because you can hear when I'm over, you can hear when I'm lower, you can hear all the things in between, but then you can also hear quite distinctly once I get the note. A little low. There we go. Just like that. So it's all about, you know, all the little adjustments you can make, and then hearing it, and then, you know, the next time you try it, try and get a little closer. Try and get a little closer. Was I sharp? Okay, I was sharp. Okay, I was flat that time. Let's try and get right in between. So bending can, you know, obviously it's difficult, but if you sit there and practice that, I guarantee you, you'll develop your ear, and also you'll develop your bends, and, you know, they'll be more controlled. So next step is, once you've got that, here's a little lick. So I can play it without bends. Then I can play it with bends. Just like that. So let's go, you know, learn this lick. So let's go from, so we're gonna put our pointer finger and we're gonna bar the top two strings, so the second and first string on the 9th fret, and we're gonna do that. Then we're gonna take our ring finger and go to the 11th fret, and then we're going to go to the 14th fret, all on the first string. So 2nd string, 9th fret, 1st string, 9th fret, 11th fret, 1st string, and then 12th fret, 1st string. Then we're going to go back a fret to the 11th fret, 1st string, back to the 9th fret, 1st string. Then we're going to go to with our ring finger on the 12th fret, 2nd string, to the 14th fret, 2nd string. So now let's take out this 1st string 12th fret, and when we get to the 11th fret 1st string, we're going to bend up to that note and then bend down. Just like that. So the one way you can practice this and then once you get that part down, you're going to take your ring finger, put it over on the 12th fret, 2nd string, and bend it up a whole step all the way to the 14th fret. Just like that. So that's a little lick you can do. Again, really slow. And then without bends. I use that lick way more than I should when I'm soloing, but it's a really cool lick with the bends, and you can kind of tell the difference. It kind of adds some expression and stuff, which is really cool. So, yeah. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that quick little lesson on bending. One thing I'll leave you guys with is, you know, if you're beginning on this, maybe have an extra pack of strings nearby just in case you break a string. But also, don't be afraid to break a string. Like, it happens on the guitar. If that's going to be holding you back, you won't fully get the bending technique, because I guarantee you'll always be flat. Now, don't like go crazy and bend all the way up all the fretboard, but you know, really practice that technique of going to the 13th and then back to the 11th, and then work your way up. But don't be afraid to break a string. Don't let that hold you back from making the full bend. Super important, because I know that was something that was holding me back at the beginning as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Music Mondays. Next week I will be gone, so I will not be doing a Music Mondays, so I'll see you guys 2 weeks from now. Have a good one. Bye.